Welcome, beloved soul. Before we step into this night's journey together, pause for a breath. This is not just a script. It is a seed for your future. And if you wish to walk with me, night after night, let your first step be simple. Subscribe so you never miss the words that carry you into tomorrow's blessing. Now let us begin. Illness, aging, failure, loneliness. You fear illness. You fear aging. You fear failure. You fear being alone. These fears whisper in the silence of the night. They crawl into your thoughts when the world is quiet, and they tell you stories of limitation. Stories written in biology, in statistics, in family history. They say your body is a prison of DNA. They say your future is already decided. They say you are bound by numbers, by charts, by diagnoses. And you have felt it, haven't you? The tightening grip of those invisible bars. You have heard a doctor's words that fell like iron gates closing. You have looked in the mirror and thought, I am trapped in this aging skin. You have felt the ache in your bones and wondered, is this my destiny? Pause. Breathe. What if I told you the bars are made of mist? The cage is not iron. The prison is an illusion. See it now in your mind. The DNA that you were told is your fate. Double helix, twisting, spinning, locking you in. Now watch as it begins to unravel. Not into chains, not into walls, but into light. Each strand uncoils, and what seemed like steel bars dissolve into a glowing scroll, a living manuscript of your being. And this scroll, this book of you, can be rewritten, not by statistics, not by fear, but by belief. This is the higher law. The law Joseph Murphy declared again and again. The subconscious mind is not bound by biology. It does not argue. It does not measure probabilities. It simply accepts the impressions you give it and brings them forth as reality. You have been living as though your DNA were your jailer. But your subconscious is greater than any strand of code. It is the fountain from which your cells arise. It is the breath that shapes your organs. It is the silent builder of your destiny. Illness cannot dictate to it. Aging cannot bind it. Failure cannot define it. Loneliness cannot silence it. For your subconscious does not recognize limitation. It knows only belief. It is not the prisoner of your body. It is the architect of your body. It is not the echo of your past. It is the command center of your tomorrow. So listen closely now. The despair that grips you, fear of disease, fear of decline, fear of rejection, is only the shadow cast by a false belief. And what casts a shadow can be turned, can be dissolved, can be replaced by light. When you choose a new thought, a new decree, your subconscious takes it as law. If you say, I am whole, it builds wholeness. If you say, I am young, it renews your cells. If you say, I am loved, it draws companionship into your life. The cage of DNA was never real. The shackles of fear were made of smoke. And in this very moment, they break. They fall to the floor with the sound of freedom. You step forward. A door swings open before you, wide and glowing, leading you into a new chapter where you are no longer a prisoner of fear, but a creator of truth. Feel this now. You are not your illness. You are not your wrinkles. You are not your failures. You are not your loneliness. You are the one who gives decree to the subconscious. You are the one who writes upon the scroll. You are the one who commands, and the law of mind responds. This is the reversal. This is the promise. This is your power. Type in the comments, "Right now I am free. I believe," because belief is the first hammer that shatters the illusion of the cage. Belief is the key that opens the golden door, and belief impressed upon the subconscious is the beginning of your freedom. Now, it is your turn to affirm it. Write in the comments, "I choose to believe. I am free." For choice is power. Belief is the seed, the first hammer that shatters the illusion of the cage. Belief is the key that opens the golden door, and belief impressed upon the subconscious is the beginning of your freedom. They told you it was written in your blood. They told you it was carved into your genes. They told you that the blueprint of your life had already been sealed, signed, and delivered before you even drew your first breath. You are your biology, they said. You are your past. You are the accumulation of your parents' weaknesses, the inevitability of decline, the slow march of age. Perhaps a doctor leaned forward across the cold desk one day, speaking in clinical tones. You have 5 years. Perhaps you've heard the words, "There's nothing we can do." Perhaps you've carried reports, lab results, charts that felt like heavy chains dragging behind you. And in those moments, you may have believed them. You may have thought the verdict was final, that the book of your body was closed, that the sentence had already been passed. But listen now. There is another voice, the voice of the higher law, the voice that whispers, "Mind commands matter." Picture this now in front of you. Stand 2 books, one thick and heavy, bound in gray leather, stamped with the words, "Biology and Limitations." Its pages are filled with numbers, diagnoses, percentages, probabilities. This is the determinist's book, the one that says you are only what your genes dictate. Beside it lies another book, lighter than air, yet radiant with golden light. Its cover bears a single word, Spirit. Its pages are luminous, and when they open, they do not record percentages, but promises. Not statistics, but decrees of power. And here is the mystery. When the book of Spirit opens, its words flow across the room and overwrite the gray pages of biology. Line by line, paragraph by paragraph, what once was written as limitation is blotted out by new law, the law of the mind, the law of belief. Joseph Murphy told us this truth again and again. The subconscious does not bow to medical charts. It bows to the law impressed upon it. Thought precedes form. Belief precedes biology. Think of it as a scale. On one side, stacked high, are the heavy chains of biology, family history, illness, weakness. The scale groans under the weight. On the other side, a single feather floats down, the feather of spirit. And in an instant, the feather outweighs the chains. The scale tips not by force, but by law. You may wonder, but is this true? Can it really be? Listen to testimony. A woman lay in a hospital bed, told her kidneys were failing, that she would not live without constant treatment. She began each night, just before sleep, whispering into her subconscious, "Thank you for my perfect kidneys. Thank you for my perfect health." She imagined her body as a river of light, each cell bathing in renewal. Weeks later, tests showed improvement. The doctors shook their heads, but her subconscious had obeyed her decree. A man crippled by arthritis repeated with faith, each night, "I move with ease. I move with grace. My joints are fluid and free." He did not fight the pain. He planted a new command. Slowly, his body reshaped itself to the pattern impressed upon his inner mind. Again and again, the spirit proves stronger than biology. For biology is but the clay, and spirit is the potter. Biology is the raw material, but thought is the architect. The determinist says, "You are bound by your past." The metaphysician replies, "You are free in this moment." The determinist says, "You are what your genes have written." The metaphysician replies, "The subconscious rewrites every line." The determinist says, "The prognosis is final." The metaphysician replies, "Nothing is final until you decree it." And now you stand between these two books, between the heavy gray tome of limitation and the radiant scroll of spirit. You are asked only one thing. Which book will you read from? Which words will you let sink into your subconscious? For your mind is the pen, your belief the ink, and your body the parchment. Close your eyes and see it now. The book of biology sliding away, fading like mist. The golden book of spirit opening before you. Its words are alive. They shimmer. And as you read them, silently in your heart, your subconscious listens. It accepts. It builds. It creates. This is not fantasy. This is not wishful thinking. This is the deeper law of existence. Thought comes first, form comes after. The invisible precedes the visible. What you decree inwardly manifests outwardly. So tonight, when you feel the weight of fear, remember the scale. Remember the feather. Remember that even the heaviest chains are outweighed by a single impression upon the subconscious. And tomorrow, when you see your reflection, do not say, "This is me." Say, "This is the clay, and I am the sculptor. This is the scroll, and I am the writer. This is the field, and I am the sower." The book of spirit is in your hands now. Read from it. Impress it upon your subconscious, and watch as biology bows to belief. You may wonder, how does it work? How does a thought become flesh, a word become form, an idea become the body you live in? The answer is simple, yet profound. The subconscious mind is the builder. It is the silent architect, working day and night, never sleeping, never questioning. It takes every impression you allow, every word you repeat, every image you hold, and it sets to work with absolute obedience. It never argues. It never debates. It never says, "That is impossible." It simply takes the blueprint you hand it and begins to build. Imagine now a vast construction site inside you. The conscious mind stands above it like an architect rolling out designs. The subconscious is the crew, thousands of unseen workers moving without rest. When you think, when you feel, when you affirm, you are drawing lines on the blueprint. And instantly, the builders obey. They lift the beams. They shape the walls. They construct your reality. If you whisper each night, "I am weak, I am tired, I am afraid," then those words are drawn upon the blueprint, and the builders faithfully create weakness, fatigue, fear. But if you whisper, "I am whole, I am strong, I am free," the blueprint changes, and the builders shift their work. They begin laying foundations of strength, raising walls of health, opening doors of freedom. See it in your mind. A word is like a chisel. Each phrase you speak carves into the living stone of your subconscious. An affirmation is a seed. Drop it into the soil of the mind, and the subconscious tends to it, waters, it nourishes it until it grows into form. A cathedral does not rise in a day, but each brick, each arch, each stone is laid according to the blueprint. And one morning, after long patience, the cathedral stands complete. So it is with the subconscious. Each repetition, each thought, each image is a brick, a beam, a seed. And in time, what you decree within becomes what you live without. Consider the inner surgeon. Within you, the subconscious is a physician, more skilled than any hand trained in medicine. It knows the rhythm of your heartbeat, the tides of your blood, the pattern of your breath. It mends bones, it seals wounds, it renews tissues, all without you commanding it consciously. But when you impress a decree upon it, it takes that decree as direction. It becomes not only the surgeon of what is broken, but the creator of what is new. A man once imagined each night that his blood was a golden river flowing pure and clean through his veins. He had been told by doctors that illness had claimed him, that toxins remained, that healing was unlikely. But the subconscious took his vision, his golden river, and made it flesh. His body responded not to the prognosis, but to the blueprint. A woman weary of grief whispered each evening before sleep, "Peace fills me. Joy rises in me. Love surrounds me." She saw her heart as a radiant garden, each flower opening to the sun. In time, her sorrow dissolved. The subconscious rebuilt her inner world according to the seeds she had sown. Do you see the pattern now? The subconscious never questions. It never says, "Are you certain? Is this scientific? Is this realistic?" It takes the decree and obeys. Like a faithful servant, it executes without hesitation. Like fertile soil, it receives whatever seed is planted. So the question is not whether the subconscious works. It always works. The question is, what blueprint are you handing it? What seeds are you planting? What cathedral are you commanding it to build? Pause and think of your own thoughts. Are they blueprints of fear? Are they seeds of decline? Are they chisels carving weakness into the stone of your being? Or are they words of power, visions of light, affirmations of health and strength? Every word matters. Every feeling matters. Every image matters. For your subconscious listens not only to what you say, but to what you feel. A word spoken without belief is faint ink upon the blueprint, but a word spoken with feeling burns bright and deep, carving lines the builders cannot ignore. This is why Joseph Murphy taught marry your affirmations with emotion, with gratitude, with conviction. The subconscious responds to the heat of belief. So tonight, when you lie down, see yourself as both gardener and architect. Whisper to the soil of your inner mind, I plant health, I plant joy, I plant abundance. See the cathedral of your life rising stone by stone toward the light. And know with certainty that what you decree, the subconscious builds. For the subconscious is creative, not critical. It builds from whatever you feed it. And when you choose to feed it life, it creates life. The blueprint is in your hands now. The soil is waiting. The builders are ready. And the cathedral of your destiny is already taking shape. There is a doorway you pass through each night, a threshold between waking and sleeping, a sacred pause where the conscious mind grows drowsy and the subconscious waits wide open, ready to receive. This moment is golden. This moment is holy. This moment is the key. All day, your conscious mind is active. It argues, it worries, it measures, it questions, but at the edge of sleep, it grows silent. The guard at the gate nods off, and the door to the subconscious swings open. Here, in this twilight state, every word you whisper sinks deep. Every image you hold takes root. Every feeling you nurture is impressed upon the fertile soil of your inner mind. Imagine yourself now in a vast cathedral at night. The pews are empty. The air is still. Only a single candle glows at the altar, casting long shadows against the high arches. You stand in silence, and all around you is stillness, reverence, expectancy. This is the atmosphere of the subconscious just before sleep, open, silent, waiting. You step forward. Before you stands a golden gate glowing softly in the candlelight. It swings open without resistance. This is the passage from waking to sleeping, the corridor, where your decrees are carried into the depths of your being. And here is the secret. Whatever thought you carry across this gate is taken as law by the subconscious. If you carry fear, fear will be planted. If you carry gratitude, gratitude will blossom. If you carry a decree of health, the subconscious will begin its work of healing. Joseph Murphy called this the most important moment of the day. For as you sleep, so you become. The last thought held before you drift into slumber is the seed that will germinate through the night. So let the rhythm slow now. Let the words become softer, like waves against the shore. Breathe, release, rest. Picture yourself lying down in your bed tonight, the weight of the day slipping away, your eyelids heavy, your breath steady. And in that drifting state, just before sleep, whisper into the silence, I am whole, I am loved, I am free. Feel it as though it were already true. Do not argue, do not debate, simply let it be. The subconscious does not question, it accepts. And as you cross the golden threshold, it takes your decree and begins its silent work. The body will respond. The heart will respond. The circumstances of your life will respond. Because the subconscious is the builder, and the half-sleep state is the open door through which your instructions pass. You may not see the result tomorrow. You may not feel it immediately. But just as a seed buried in the earth begins its work unseen, so too your words whispered in the golden sleep moment begin their quiet creation. Night after night, impression becomes expression. Whisper becomes form. Decree becomes reality. So tonight, do not go to sleep carrying the burden of fear. Do not cross the gate with thoughts of limitation. Do not hand your subconscious the blueprint of despair. Instead, choose. Choose the seed. Choose the decree. Choose the vision. And know with certainty, as you sleep, so you become. Welcome, my friend. You have walked with me through fear and reversal, through biology and spirit, through the mechanism of the subconscious, and through the golden moment before sleep. And now, as this first part closes, let us look ahead together. Because this is only the beginning. What lies before you is not theory, not distant philosophy, but a journey of practice, a journey where you will touch your subconscious each night, a journey where you will plant the seeds of destiny with deliberate care. Imagine a map unfolding before you. At first, it is sealed, rolled tight, like an ancient scroll. But as it unfurls in your hands, you see it marked with 3 radiant doors, each glowing with promise. These doors are the stages of the ritual that Joseph Murphy taught, the nightly practice that will become the rhythm of your transformation. The first door is the whisper. At night, as you drift towards sleep, you will whisper words of decree. Not in loud effort, not in desperate pleading, but in quiet authority, like a command given to a faithful servant. You whisper, and the subconscious listens. The second door is the vision. Behind your eyes, you will see yourself already whole, already strong, already living the life you desire. You will not picture the lack. You will see the fulfillment. For the subconscious cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is real. It simply accepts the image and works to make it flesh. The third door is gratitude. Once whispered and seen, your decree is sealed by thanksgiving. You say, "Thank you, it is done." And that gratitude felt in your heart is the golden wax that seals the scroll. It tells the subconscious, this is law. This is complete. This is mine. Whisper. Visualize. Thank. 3 doors. 3 steps. A sacred ritual. And as you walk this path, night after night, the impressions grow deeper. Just as rain falling steadily carves a canyon, just as roots grow strong through repetition. So too, your subconscious receives the nightly decree until it becomes unshakable, undeniable, inevitable. This journey will also bring you another gift, the practice of forgiveness. For what is poisoning the mind cannot build a cathedral of light. Resentment is poison in the soil. Bitterness is a shadow on the scroll. To command health, you must release hatred. To command abundance, you must release envy. To command love, you must release anger. And when you forgive, you clear the soil, making it fertile again for seeds of blessing. There will also come a time when you speak directly to your body. For the subconscious is the silent surgeon, the obedient builder. If you say, "My heart is strong," it listens. If you say, "My blood flows pure," it obeys. If you say, "My skin is renewed, my bones are whole, my nerves are calm," the subconscious takes these decrees as law and sets to work in silence, repairing, renewing, restoring. This is the promise of the journey, that what you practice each night will shape the days ahead, that the scroll of your DNA is not locked, but alive, ready to be rewritten. That your subconscious is not a prison, but a garden, ready to bring forth whatever seed you sow. And hear me. Now, persistence is the key. For one night of whispering is a seed, but many nights of whispering are a harvest. One night of vision is a spark, but many nights of vision are a fire that cannot be quenched. One night of gratitude is a drop, but many nights of gratitude are a river flowing unstoppable, reshaping the land of your destiny. So look again at the corridor before you. 3 radiant doors glow in the distance. The whisper, the vision, the gratitude. Behind them lies the future you have longed for. Behind them lies health, renewal, abundance, companionship, peace. This is not a dream. This is not a wish. This is law. For words are laws. Impressions are laws. Repetition is law. And the subconscious, your faithful servant, obeys every law you give it. So tonight, as you lie down, remember the promise. Whisper, visualize, thank. And know that you are stepping onto the path that millions before you have walked. The path of healing. The path of freedom. The path of creation. Stay with me through this journey. Each night, I will guide you deeper. Each word will carry you closer. Each ritual will plant seeds that no storm can uproot. And if you have not yet, I invite you now gently, simply to subscribe, so you never miss the words that will carry you into tomorrow night's blessing. The map is open. The doors are glowing. The journey is yours. Step forward. The subconscious is waiting. You are entering the temple of your own breath, the sanctuary of your spoken word. The whisper you release into the quiet of the night is not a small sound. It is a decree, a command that echoes into the deep chambers of your subconscious mind. Your word is not a plea. It is not begging. It is law. The subconscious hears, and the subconscious obeys. Imagine now that each syllable you utter is like an arrow of radiant light. See the words streaming from your lips like golden shafts flying straight into the soil of your inner mind. The ground of that soil is rich, fertile, alive. Each word you speak plants itself like a seed already destined to grow. Speak, and it roots. Believe, and it rises. Receive, and it blossoms. Speak, believe, receive. Whisper to yourself, in this very moment, I am whole. I am strong. I am at peace. Whisper it softly, as if speaking to a beloved child. With every whisper, notice how the vibration of your voice stirs currents within you. The words are more than sound. They are carriers of energy. They pierce through the layers of doubt. They land deep in the ground, where the subconscious listens, ready to shape them into form. You may have prayed before as though you were asking for something far away. But tonight, you do not ask, you declare. You whisper, not as a beggar, but as a king, not as someone hoping, but as someone knowing. Your subconscious is a faithful servant, and it has only one response to your decree. Yes, feel the rhythm of the law as you repeat, speak, believe, receive. Your whisper carries no strain. It does not need to shout. Even the smallest breath, when wrapped in faith, moves mountains within. The universe bends its ear to the softest murmur of conviction. Your word is the beginning. In the ancient tongue of creation, it is written, "Let there be." And there was. In your life, too, the same principle unfolds. Say, "Let there be health in my body." And health stirs. Say, "Let there be peace in my mind." And peace settles. Say, "Let there be abundance in my life." And abundance finds the open door. You need not see it instantly with the outer eye. The farmer does not demand the seed to rise the moment it is planted. He whispers to the soil with his planting, and then he trusts the unseen process. So too must you whisper into the rich earth of your subconscious. Whisper tonight, and know it is already done. Every cell of your body is listening. Every corner of your mind is attentive. They are waiting for your word. Whisper, "Now I am guided. I am loved. I am supplied." Whisper, "I am aligned with perfect health. I am aligned with perfect love. I am aligned with perfect wealth." Let these short, simple commands be arrows of light cutting through the night, lodging deep within the soil of your soul. Speak, believe, receive. The rhythm becomes your heartbeat, the beat of creation itself. The whisper becomes a decree. The decree becomes a reality. You are shaping your destiny with the breath of your word. And as you whisper, feel the gentle certainty your subconscious accepts your law, and it is already working out the form in your waking world. Now that the word has been spoken, allow the image to rise. The subconscious is impressed most deeply when word and vision unite. Tonight, you will breathe light into every corner of your being. Close the eyes of your outer world and open the eyes within. Imagine now the horizon at dawn. A first ray of golden sunlight rises. See it touch your forehead, warm and radiant. That light is your inner life. It spreads slowly, tenderly, filling the temple of your mind. With each breath, the golden glow pours deeper, softer, brighter. See it now as it streams down into your throat, glowing through your voice. It flows into your chest, illuminating your heart like a rising sun behind the ribs. With each beat, golden light flows outward, carried by rivers of blood into every organ, every cell. Your lungs are filled with radiant morning air. Each breath you take is sunlight entering saturating healing. Your stomach softens. Your liver glows. Your kidneys sparkle. Your spine shines with living fire. The light moves slow and steady until no shadow remains within. This is not imagination as fantasy. This is imagination as rehearsal. The subconscious cannot tell the difference between vividly imagined light and physical reality. To your deeper mind, this vision is reality. And what the subconscious accepts, the body enacts. So imagine now golden light moving through your arms, flowing into your hands, down to your fingertips. Imagine the light in your legs, down into your feet, your toes. Every part of you is aglow, as though your body is a cathedral filled with sunlight streaming through stained glass. Let the light grow brighter with each heartbeat. Say within, I am filled with light. My body is radiant. My life is radiant. Feel the truth of it. Feel the warmth in your skin, the calm in your mind, the strength in your heart. Now see the light flowing beyond your body into your aura, a gentle field of golden presence surrounding you. Others who come near you sense it, though they may not name it. They feel the warmth, the peace, the clarity that radiates from you. You have become a vessel of light. And as you hold this vision, know that you are rehearsing the reality your subconscious is shaping for you. The body accepts the image. The mind accepts the image. The subconscious receives the command. This is so. And it sets to work in silence to make it so. You are clothed in light. You are sustained by light. You are guided by light. And as you visualize, remember, the image is the mold, the subconscious is the builder, and the outer life is the reflection. The word has been spoken. The vision has been seen. Now comes the seal, the closing of the decree, the lock upon the prayer. That seal is gratitude. Gratitude is the wax upon the envelope. Gratitude is the golden stamp pressed firmly to say, it is done. It is complete. It is finished. Without gratitude, the prayer is left open, as if waiting. With gratitude, it is closed, delivered, accomplished. So whisper now, thank you. Whisper as though the gift is already in your hands. Whisper as though the healing is already in your body. Whisper as though the abundance is already flowing. Whisper, "Thank you for my radiant health. Thank you for my peace. Thank you for my abundance. Thank you for the love that surrounds me." Notice how gratitude shifts the energy. Where before there might have been longing, now there is joy. Where before there might have been doubt, now there is certainty. Gratitude says, "It is already mine." See, in your mind, a letter sealed with red wax. A golden stamp presses into the wax, leaving its imprint. That stamp is your gratitude, leaving the impression upon your subconscious that the matter is settled, final, complete. Gratitude is not effort. It is surrender. It is release. It is the exhale after the inhale. It is the night that follows the day. It is the completion of the cycle. Without it, the circle is broken. With it, the circle is whole. So breathe now into your heart and say, "Thank you." Repeat it until it becomes the rhythm of your soul. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Feel the wave of relief that follows. You no longer wait. You no longer wonder. You know. And in knowing, you rejoice. Gratitude impresses the subconscious with finality. It is the seal upon the word, the closure upon the vision. And as you rest tonight, your subconscious accepts the sealed command and begins at once to bring it into your life. Now, before the seed can truly grow, the soil must be cleared. Imagine you have been carrying a heavy bag on your shoulders. Inside this bag are stones. Each stone a resentment, a bitterness, an old memory of hurt. The weight has been with you for years, though you may have forgotten it was there. Tonight, we release it. Forgiveness is the spiritual solvent. It dissolves the hardness. It melts the weight. It frees the flow. You cannot plant new life in soil that is choked with thorns. You cannot decree abundance while clinging to anger. You cannot whisper love while holding resentment. Tonight, you cleanse. Picture yourself opening that bag. One by one, take the stones out. Each stone is an old wound, a name, a face, a moment of pain. Hold it in your hands, then set it down upon the earth. Feel the relief in your shoulders as the weight grows lighter. With each stone, say, "I release you. I set you free. I forgive." The subconscious listens. It hears not only your commands for health and wealth, but also your hidden grudges. And when the subconscious hears resentment, it blocks the flow. Forgiveness clears the channel. Forgiveness says, "I am free, and so are you." Forgiveness is not about them, it is about you. As you drop each stone, imagine it dissolving into dust, sinking into the soil, becoming nothing. The darkness turns into light. The pain becomes strength. The chains fall away. Say now in your heart, "I forgive myself. I forgive others. I release the past. I choose peace." Say it softly, like a balm on the soul. Say it until you feel the release. Say it until the bag is empty and the ground beneath you is clean. Notice how your body feels lighter. Notice how your chest breathes more freely. Notice how your mind is clearer. calmer, softer. Forgiveness is emotional detox. It is the cleansing rain that washes away the dust of years. And now, with the soil of your subconscious clear, the seeds you have planted tonight can take root in pure ground. Your subconscious not only shapes circumstances, it also governs every cell, every organ, every rhythm of your body. Tonight, you will speak to your body as you would to a beloved friend. Close your eyes and imagine your heart glowing in your chest. Speak gently. My heart, thank you for beating steadily. You are strong, you are rhythmic, you are radiant with life. See your heart glowing brighter, pulsing with perfect ease. Now move to your lungs. Picture them expanding like two wings of light. Whisper, my lungs, thank you for breathing freely. You are clear, you are open, you are filled with fresh life. With every inhale, see golden air filling them. With every exhale, see light flowing outward. Go now to your stomach. Place your hand upon it and whisper, my stomach, thank you for digesting with ease. You are calm, you are balanced, you are nourished. Feel warmth spreading through your belly. Speak to your liver. My liver, thank you for cleansing me. You are pure, you are healthy, you are strong. Speak to your kidneys. My kidneys, thank you for filtering with grace. You are clear, you are renewed, you are free. Speak to your blood. My blood, thank you for flowing with energy. You are bright, you are oxygen-rich, you are alive. Speak to your bones. My bones, thank you for supporting me. You are strong, you are resilient, you are steady. Every cell hears your word. Every tissue responds. Every part of you is obedient to the law of your subconscious. Speak with love, and the body follows. Whisper commands of health, and the subconscious instructs every cell to obey. Say now, my body is whole. My body is light. My body is radiant with health. Feel the words entering deep, instructing the unseen intelligence that maintains your life. Now that you have learned to whisper, to visualize, to thank, and to forgive, you are ready to practice phrases that will carry you into daily life. Each phrase is a seed. Each phrase is a decree. Imagine a garden with 3 plots, one for health, one for love, one for wealth. You will plant phrases into each soil. For health, whisper, I am whole, perfect, strong, loving, harmonious. Every cell in my body radiates health. I live in a healthy, vibrant body. For love, whisper, I am surrounded by love. Love flows through me and to me. I am worthy of perfect companionship and harmony. For wealth, whisper, I am prosperous. Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. I am supplied in abundance always. Say them with rhythm, as if each phrase is a heartbeat. Short, simple, direct. Speak, believe, receive. The subconscious loves repetition. Each phrase you repeat digs deeper into the soil. Each phrase is an arrow of light piercing the inner ground. Whisper them tonight. Whisper them tomorrow. Whisper them each day until they become second nature. Soon, they will not only be phrases on your lips, they will be facts in your life. Now I invite you to make this personal. Write your phrase for tonight below. Choose one sentence, one decree, one law for your subconscious. Plant it in the comments as you plant it in your soul. Let me tell you the story of one who practiced this law. There was a man who lay in bed, his body weak, his mind filled with despair. Doctors had told him his condition was hopeless. He felt abandoned, alone, defeated. But one night, he heard a simple truth. The subconscious obeys the spoken word. He began to whisper weakly. At first, I am strong. I am whole. I am healed. At first, it felt false. His body trembled. His mind doubted. Yet each night he whispered, still, I am strong. I am whole. I am healed. He added vision. He saw golden light filling his body, cell by cell. He added gratitude. Thank you for my healing. He forgave all who had hurt him, dropping his stones one by one. He spoke to his body as to a child. My heart, you are strong. My lungs, you are free. Days passed. Weeks passed. Slowly, change came. Strength returned. Breath deepened. Hope grew. And one day, he stood again on his feet. His healing was complete. He went on to prosper in his work, to love more deeply, to give more freely. His testimony was simple. The law works. As you sow, so shall you reap. The subconscious obeys. This is not his story alone. It is your story too, if you choose it. The same law that healed him, prospers him, loves him, is the law that moves within you tonight. Pause now. Look back at the ground you have covered. You have whispered the law. You have visualized the light. You have sealed with gratitude. You have cleansed with forgiveness. You have named your body. You have planted phrases. You have heard testimony. You are not the same as when you began. You are lighter. You are brighter. You are more certain. You are a traveler who has already climbed half the mountain. Look back and see how far you have risen. See the valley below. The air is clearer here. The horizon is wider. The journey is blessed. Now affirm, I am on the path. I am faithful to the law. I am sowing seeds of life. Say it 3 times. Whisper it with conviction. Feel it in your heart. And now I invite you to join this ritual fully as part of our living garden. Stay with this nightly ritual. Subscribe so the seeds continue to grow. Do not leave the soil untended. Plant, water, nurture, and harvest. And tonight, let us sow together. In the comments below, type these words, I sow tonight. Let this be your collective decree, your shared affirmation, your seed planted in the field of infinite mind. As you sow, so shall you reap. Speak, believe, receive. The night has passed, and the world is rising into light. The seeds you planted in silence under the watchful eyes of stars now begin to stir in the soil of your subconscious. As the first rays of dawn spill into your room, let them remind you that the mind you nourished in the night continues to bear fruit in the day. The practice does not end when you open your eyes. The night and the morning are not two. They are one flow, one continuous rhythm. You are now called to greet this morning with the words that shape its destiny. Breathe in the air of this new day. Feel the freshness of possibility on your skin. The light brushes against your face, and you whisper within yourself, "This is a new beginning. This is a sacred morning. This is my day to rise." Each syllable carries power. Each thought carries direction. The subconscious that received your affirmations in the night now awaits the orders you issue with the dawn. The morning is a brush dipped in golden paint, and your words are the strokes that color the canvas of your hours. Say softly, "Today I live with peace. Today I walk with strength. Today I shine with joy." Feel the rhythm of those triads. Each one sinks deeper with repetition. You awaken not only your body, but the inner soil that germinates every seed. If the night is the sowing, the morning is the watering. You are watering the seeds with affirmation. You are blessing the work you began in sleep. Picture the room filling with sunlight. Each corner brightens. Shadows retreat. The same happens within you. Your words call forth the light. Say again, "I am guided. I am blessed. I am free." As you affirm, the mind arranges the day to match your decree. The subconscious accepts your words as law, and it will gather the circumstances to make them real. See yourself stepping to the window. You open it, and fresh air flows in. You breathe deeply. This air is life. It carries the promise of renewal. You breathe in health, and your cells respond. You breathe in abundance, and opportunities arise. You breathe in peace, and every relationship aligns. The morning ritual is simple yet mighty. Breathe, affirm, and imagine. Say to yourself, "This day is holy. This day is mine. This day unfolds with ease." Repeat it slowly. Each word is a seed falling deeper into fertile ground. You are programming your hours with harmony. You are declaring the outcome before events unfold. Like a captain steering a ship, your affirmations set the course. The waves may rise, but your direction is fixed. Now imagine yourself walking into your day. With each step, you affirm, "I walk in confidence. I walk in joy. I walk in love." See your path opening smooth and wide. Every encounter is blessed. Every task is light. Every challenge is already resolved in higher wisdom. The continuity of practice carries you. What you affirmed at night, you reinforce in the morning, and what you reinforce in the morning, you live in the day. As the sun climbs higher, your energy rises with it. You are no longer a sleeper. You are a sower in full daylight. Remember, your morning words are not idle sounds. They are living commands. the subconscious obeys them, and life arranges itself around them. The power is yours every dawn. So whisper once more, "This is my new beginning. I choose peace. I choose joy. I choose success." Let those words sink into you as the sunlight touches the earth. The continuity is unbroken. Night prepared the soil, morning waters the seed, and the day brings forth the growth. You are the gardener, the sower, and the harvester. And it all begins with your morning ritual. The sunlight rises higher, and with it, a new understanding awakens within you. The wisdom of the ages and the discoveries of modern science are not enemies. They are companions pointing to the same truth. You are more than flesh and blood, more than a chain of biological codes. Within you, thought speaks to matter, and spirit shapes substance. Picture your DNA as a grand piano, vast and limitless, holding an infinity of melodies. Each strand of genetic code is like a key waiting to be pressed. Yet the piano does not play itself. The mind is the pianist, and your thoughts are the fingers that choose the song. Science now shows that the environment, the signals, the inner beliefs you hold can activate or silence these keys. This is the essence of epigenetics. The pianist is free. You are free. Dr. Joseph Murphy said, "Your mind writes upon your body. The higher law of thought overrides the lower law of blind inheritance. You may carry the piano, but you choose the music. You may inherit the instrument, but you compose the symphony." Feel that truth settle deeply. You are not trapped by what has been. You are liberated by what you now affirm. Imagine a pianist sitting at the bench. At first, the melody is heavy, dissonant, filled with doubt. But then with a breath, with a shift in thought, the fingers move differently. The chords brighten. The tune lifts. The music becomes harmonious. This is your life when you change your inner belief. One note can shift the entire symphony. One affirmation can awaken dormant keys of health, prosperity, and love. Science calls it gene expression. Spirit calls it faith. Murphy called it the higher law of mind. The bridge is clear when you impress your subconscious with new images, new affirmations. You press new keys on the piano of your DNA. You awaken new harmonies of health. You unlock fresh melodies of joy. Breathe and say within, "My body responds to my thoughts. My cells hear my words. My life sings my song." Let those phrases echo like music. Each repetition strikes the piano keys, and your biology dances to the rhythm of your belief. Consider this: two seeds from the same tree fall into different soil. One grows tall in the sun. The other struggles in the shade. The seed carries potential, but the soil shapes expression. In the same way, your DNA carries potential, but your thoughts, your faith, your affirmations shape its flowering. You are the gardener of your own biology. See your mind now as a conductor of a great orchestra. Every cell is an instrument. Every organ is a section of the symphony. Your thoughts are the gestures of the conductor's hand. With peace, the strings soften. With joy, the brass brightens. With gratitude, The percussion beats strong and steady. The music of your life follows the conductor of your thought. Dr. Murphy taught, "The higher law always overrules the lower, a law of fear. Limitation and past conditioning may try to hold sway, but the law of belief, the law of imagination, the law of spirit is stronger. When you affirm, 'I am whole, I am guided, I am free,' you are playing a higher melody. And that melody commands the instruments of the body, the rhythms of circumstance, the harmonies of destiny." Pause now and let the metaphor sink deeper. Picture yourself at the piano. Your hands are glowing with light. You press the keys of health, and your cells vibrate with strength. You press the keys of abundance, and opportunities arise like music in the air. You press the keys of love, and every relationship begins to dance in harmony. The instrument is vast, infinite, waiting for you. The music is yours to write. This is where science meets spirit. This is where biology bows to belief. This is where the piano of your DNA sings the music of your faith. And this morning, as the sun shines, you choose your melody. Say within today, "I play the music of joy. Today I compose the song of success. Today my life sings with love." The subconscious accepts this as truth. The body responds. The world aligns. You are not a passive listener. You are the living pianist of your destiny. The higher law is yours. The music is yours. And the song has just begun. You have spoken your words in the night. You have spoken them again in the morning. Now you begin to see the secret thread that ties them together. Repetition. The subconscious does not reason. It does not argue. It receives. And what it receives, most often, it accepts as law. Picture a drop of water falling upon stone. Once it leaves no mark. Twice, still nothing. But day after day, drop after drop, the stone yields. A groove forms. The surface is shaped. So it is with the mind. A single affirmation may pass quickly, but repeated again and again, it engraves itself upon the subconscious, cutting a channel deep and lasting. Say within yourself, "I am healthy. I am prosperous. I am free." You may have said it last night. You may have whispered it this morning. And you say it now. Each time it grows stronger. Each time it sinks deeper. Each time it becomes more real. The power of repetition is the power of permanence. Hear the rhythm of a drumbeat in the distance. Boom, boom, boom. At first, it is faint, then steady, then it fills the air. The subconscious is like that drumbeat. Every repeated affirmation is another strike, another echo. Soon the rhythm becomes impossible to ignore. Soon the whole of your being moves in time with it. Consider the waves of the ocean. One wave may seem small, but the endless repetition carves cliffs, shapes, shorelines, transforms landscapes. Your repeated words shape your inner world the same way. No thought is wasted. No repetition is in vain. Each cycle strengthens the impression until it becomes identity. Say again, Peace is mine. Peace is mine. Peace is mine. Notice the feeling building within you as you repeat. Notice how the words begin to feel natural, inevitable, like the very air you breathe. This is the secret. The more you repeat, the more the subconscious says, yes, this is true. This is law. Murphy often reminded the subconscious is impressionable, and impression comes not from a single touch, but from constant pressure. Just as a seal pressed into wax leaves its mark, so too, your words pressed again and again leave their seal upon your soul. Imagine yourself carving into a tree. Each stroke of the blade may seem small, yet stroke after stroke, the shape appears. So too with your affirmations. They are the strokes carving your destiny. Repetition shapes the unseen until the seen must follow. Think of a child learning to walk. One step falls, then another. Again and again until the body learns. Think of a musician learning to play. One note is clumsy, another falters. But repetition turns sound into song. You too are training your subconscious through practice, through rhythm, through return. Hear these words as a chant. I succeed. I succeed. I succeed. Each time you speak, imagine the echo spreading further, like ripples in a pond. The first ripple is small. The second carries further. The third reaches the edge. Soon, the whole surface of your life vibrates with your affirmation. The subconscious does not tire of repetition. On the contrary, it hungers for it. It thrives on it. The conscious mind may grow restless, but the deeper mind absorbs, receives, transforms. This is why you return each night, why you affirm each morning, why you repeat throughout the day. You are not wasting words, you are weaving them into your very being. Now imagine a great stone wheel turning. At first, it is heavy resistant. You push once, twice, and it barely moves. But with each repetition, momentum builds. Soon the wheel turns with ease. Soon it carries its own weight. So it is with your affirmations. Repetition builds momentum until belief carries itself, until faith rolls forward with power. Say softly, 3 times, I believe. I believe. I believe. Feel how each repetition strengthens the last. Feel how the rhythm builds faith. This is the power. Murphy knew what you repeat, you become. What you impress, you express. What you sow in repetition, you reap in manifestation. So do not fear the need to return to the same words. Repetition is not weakness, it is strength. Repetition is the law of growth. And with every breath, every word, every chant you engrave upon your mind the destiny you choose. Tonight you will repeat. Tomorrow you will repeat. And in repetition you rise. Imagine now that your mind is a vast and fertile garden. Every word you speak, every image you hold, every thought you repeat is a seed that falls into its soil. The subconscious is that soil, rich, receptive waiting. And the law of life is unchanging. What you sow, you will reap. Picture yourself at dawn, standing in a luminous garden. The earth is soft, warm with promise. In your hands, you hold seeds of light. Some are words of health. I am strong. I am whole. I am alive. Some are words of abundance. I prosper. I flourish. I succeed. Some are words of peace. I am calm. I am guided. I am free. One by one, you place them gently into the soil of your subconscious. Every night, when you sleep, you plant. Every morning, when you affirm, you water. And the day brings the sun that warms them into growth. You may not see the shoots immediately, but beneath the surface, roots are forming. The invisible always precedes the visible. The law of growth never fails. Look around this inner garden. Some plants are already blooming. These are the thoughts you have tended faithfully. They rise in radiant flowers, petals glowing in the light of your faith. Others are still small, just sprouting, and some seeds are yet hidden, still germinating in silence. But all are alive. All are moving toward expression. Murphy taught the subconscious is soil. It does not judge the seed. It does not ask if it is good or bad. It simply grows what it receives. If you sow seeds of fear, fear grows. If you sow seeds of love, love grows. If you sow seeds of lack, lack multiplies. But now, with awareness, you choose what to plant. You are the gardener of your destiny. Picture your hands glowing with light as you scatter seeds across the garden. Each seed is a word of power. Each word is a decree of life. You whisper, I sow joy. I sow harmony. I sow success. And the seeds fall gently, sinking deep, claiming their place in the soil. See water flowing through the garden. This water is your repetition, your affirmations day after day. See the sun rising above the garden. This sun is your faith, your belief that what you plant will come to pass. With water and sun, the garden flourishes. With repetition and faith, your subconscious yields its harvest. Think of a farmer. He plants in spring. He does not dig up the soil each day to see if the seeds are sprouting. He trusts the process. He waters, he tends, he waits. And in time, the harvest comes. So too must you trust. You plant with words, you water with affirmations, and you wait with faith. The law of growth is sure. Walk further into the garden. You see tall trees rising, planted long ago. These are your long-held beliefs. Some bear fruit sweet and nourishing. Others bear fruit bitter from seeds sown in fear or doubt. But you are not bound to them. You can always plant anew. Each day is a new sowing. Each word is a new seed. And over time, the new growth overtakes the old. Say softly, I plant love today. I plant peace today. I plant abundance today. Feel the joy of sowing. Feel the certainty of the harvest. The garden cannot fail you, for the soil never refuses. It only receives and multiplies Imagine the blossoms opening vibrant and fragrant. Flowers of opportunity, flowers of health, flowers of harmony. Bees gather, carrying pollen, spreading the abundance further. So too does life multiply what you plant. One good thought yields 10 more. One affirmation echoes into countless blessings. Murphy's law of growth is simple. You reap what you sow in thought. Sow carefully. Sow joyfully. Sow faithfully. And soon, your inner garden becomes a paradise. Soon, your outer life mirrors the beauty within. Now place your hands over your heart and whisper, I am the gardener of my mind. I plant only seeds of love. I reap only harvests of peace. Let those words sink deeply into your subconscious. Tonight, you will plant again. Tomorrow, you will water again. And always, always, the harvest will be sure. The garden is yours. The seeds are yours. And the harvest is already on its way. Words are not only sounds. Words are living sparks. When spoken with rhythm, with clarity, with belief, they take on form and substance. Joseph Murphy understood this. He knew the subconscious responds not to long arguments, but to vivid images, short affirmations, and rhythmic triads that bypass reason and sink directly into the soil of the deeper mind. Imagine yourself in a quiet room, words glowing in the air like fireflies. Each phrase you speak shimmers for a moment, then drifts into the garden of your subconscious, planting itself as light. Some words glow brighter than others. Those are the words you repeat, the words charged with emotion, the words spoken with feeling. Murphy's gift was the art of telling stories that carried truth like seeds within them. He would say a phrase 3 times, letting it sink, letting it echo. He would weave short sentences into rhythms that lulled the conscious mind into stillness and let the subconscious absorb. And now you too can use this art. Say aloud slowly, I am guided. I am blessed. I am free. Pause. Say it again. Feel how the repetition shapes a rhythm. Say it a 3rd time. Now the words no longer feel like effort. They feel like reality. This is the hypnotic power of rhythm, the poetic beat that carries words into the hidden mind. Picture sparks of light leaping from your lips. Each affirmation you speak bursts into the air, then joins with others, forming constellations above you. Soon, the night sky is filled with stars, each one a word you have spoken, each one shining with the light of faith. This is the cosmos of your affirmations, a universe you create with your speech. Murphy would tell stories of people healed, people prospered, people transformed, not to entertain, but to plant possibility in the listener's mind. When you hear a story of someone finding success through affirmation, your subconscious whispers, if it is true for them, it is true for me. The story becomes a seed of belief. So imagine this story. Now, a woman once repeated, I am calm. I am at peace. I am in control each night before sleep. At first, nothing seemed to change, but she kept repeating. Day by day, her life softened. Conflicts eased. health returned. Opportunities opened. Why? Because the subconscious took her words as law. And as the days passed, the law worked itself out. Now hear another story. A man declared, "Wealth flows to me. I prosper richly. I give thanks." He wrote it, spoke it, repeated it. Soon ideas came. Doors opened, his life transformed. It was not luck, it was law. The subconscious responded to clear rhythmic images. His words became his wealth. You see, stories are affirmations wrapped in imagery. They enter the mind without resistance. They bypass doubt. They show instead of telling. And the subconscious loves images. When you say, "I walk in a garden of abundance," your deeper mind sees the garden, feels it, accepts it. When you affirm, "My life shines like the sun," your subconscious sees. The light feels the warmth and moves to make it real. Say softly now, "I shine. I grow. I flourish." Again, "I shine. I grow. I flourish." Once more, "I shine. I grow. I flourish." Each repetition adds rhythm. Each rhythm deepens belief, and each belief writes itself into the substance of your life. This is the art Murphy taught. Keep your affirmations short, vivid, rhythmic, and charged with emotion. A phrase like, "I am blessed," carries more power than a long speech. A triad like, "I am guided," "I am blessed," "I am free," carves grooves of faith more surely than pages of explanation. See the air around you, filled with glowing words. They drift like lanterns, floating higher, gathering, becoming constellations. The night sky above you is now your affirmation written in stars. You are telling your story with light. The universe reads it. The subconscious obeys it. Murphy's art is now your art. Speak with rhythm. Speak with clarity. Speak with feeling. And know that every word you utter shapes your destiny. Whisper once more, "I speak light. I speak life. I speak love." And let those words become stars in your sky. Now let us move deeper into practice. Words spoken have great power. Yet when you set them down with your own hand, they take on a permanence that penetrates even more deeply into the subconscious. Writing is engraving. Writing is carving. Writing is the seal upon the scroll of your destiny. Imagine before you a sacred journal. Its cover glows faintly as if lit from within. When you open it, the pages shimmer like soft parchment waiting to receive your decree. In your hand, a pen of light rests easily. Every word you write is more than ink. It is energy. It is faith. It is law. Joseph Murphy knew this truth. The written word intensifies impression. To think a thought is to plant a seed. To speak it aloud is to water it. But to write it down is to press it into stone. Your subconscious reads your hand, and the impression deepens. Picture yourself writing now. Slowly, deliberately, you form the words, "I am guided. I am blessed. I am free. The letters glow as you write, sinking into the page, shining brighter. You turn the page and write again. Health flows through me. Wealth surrounds me. Love fills me. Each sentence is a seed sealed into the scroll of your life. This is not ordinary writing. This is ritual. Each night, before you sleep, you take your pen, open your journal, and write your affirmations as if sealing a contract. The subconscious reads as you write. The deeper mind absorbs as you form the words. And then, as you sleep, it carries out your decree. Imagine the act as sacred. When you sit down to write, the world grows still. Your desk becomes an altar. Your pen becomes a wand. Your journal becomes holy ground. You are not merely jotting thoughts. You are engraving your destiny. Murphy taught that repetition impresses, and writing is repetition made visible. When you return to the same phrase night after night, you carve it deeper into the fabric of your being. Over time, the page becomes filled with light. Over time, your life reflects the words written. Say within yourself, now, tonight I will write. Tonight I will decree. Tonight I will seal my word into destiny. Picture the journal closing with a gentle glow. The words remain alive inside it, vibrating, working silently in the night. Each morning, the seeds sprout. Each day, the harvest grows. The ritual of writing is the bridge between thought and reality. Feel the weight of this truth. Your hand is not merely writing, it is commanding. Your pen is not ordinary, it is divine. The page is not blank, it is the canvas of creation. Every stroke declares, this is who I am. This is what I claim. This is what must be. And so tonight, when the world grows quiet, you will sit, you will write, you will decree, and your subconscious will obey. Now I invite you into the ritual. Write in the comments below, sealing your intent in public affirmation. I will write tonight. Fill in your own decree. Let your words be seen. Let your faith be known. By writing, you begin the harvest even now. Remember, the words you write tonight are not idle. They are living seeds. They are contracts with your subconscious. They are laws you set in motion, and they will not return void. So whisper as a promise to yourself, I will write tonight. I will write my destiny. I will write my freedom. And then let your hand carry it out. The sacred scroll awaits. The pen of light is already in your hand. And the story you write will become the life you live. Now the journey rises to its highest point. You have sown seeds in silence, spoken affirmations, in light written decrees upon the scroll of destiny. Night has heard your whispers. Morning has carried your words. Day has revealed your growth. And now it is time to declare boldly, clearly, without hesitation, who you truly are. Stand within yourself as if upon a mountaintop. Above you stretches a vast sky filled with stars. Around you flows a wind of freedom. Within you burns a radiant fire. This is the moment of declaration. This is the hour when you speak not as a seeker, but as a creator. Joseph Murphy taught that the word you speak becomes law to your subconscious. And now your declaration must be firm, unwavering, final. Feel it in your breath. Feel it in your bones. Feel it in your soul. Say with strength, I am more than biology. I am more than circumstance. I am more than past. Pause. Breathe. Feel the words settling deep like stones forming the foundation of a temple. Say again, I am spirit. I am life. I am free. Chains fall from you. Old beliefs dissolve. The prison of limitation crumbles like dust. You stand tall in your true identity. Radiant, untouchable, eternal. Imagine rays of light pouring out from your chest, spreading in all directions. These are your declarations taking form. Each beam is a decree. I am whole. I am wealthy. I am loved. And as the light spreads, it touches the world, aligning circumstances, reshaping reality. Hear this triad, firm and unshakable. My word is law. My word is power. My word creates. Say it 3 times, each time stronger, each time more real. Feel the rhythm building like drums echoing across valleys. Your voice joins the great chorus of creation. You are no longer practicing, you are proclaiming. Now declare, I am guided by wisdom. I am surrounded by abundance. I am filled with peace. With each phrase, see the truth solidify. Wisdom lights your path. Abundance flows around you like a river. Peace fills into every cell of your being. This is not mere imagination. This is law. The subconscious obeys. The universe aligns. Destiny unfolds. Picture chains shattering around you. They fall away with a sound like breaking glass. Chains of fear, chains of doubt, chains of limitation. Gone. You are free. You are whole. You are radiant. Say it boldly. I am free. I am whole. I am radiant. Now the final proclamation. I am more than biology. My word is law. My faith is substance. My life is light. As you declare this, see the stars above you pulsing brighter. The universe itself responds to your decree. Your words are not small. They are cosmic. They echo across eternity. They inscribe themselves upon the very fabric of reality. Murphy's principle is fulfilled. What you declare, you become. Your word is seed. Your word is law. Your word is destiny. Now lift your head to the starry sky and say once more, I am more than biology. I am divine mind. I am free forever. The declaration is sealed. The decree is final. Your destiny is written in light. And now, beloved soul, the circle completes itself. Night and morning, seed and harvest, word and law, all flow together into peace. You have walked through silence, through story, through declaration. Now it is time for benediction, time for blessing, time for rest. Picture yourself standing at the doorway of a golden temple. Behind you lies the path you have walked, the affirmations spoken, the seeds planted, the light declared. Before you shines a doorway of gold, half open, glowing from within. This is the sanctuary of peace, the place where your subconscious rests and works through the night. Step inside. The doors close softly behind you, not in confinement, but in safety. You are wrapped in golden light. The air is calm, filled with fragrance of blossoms from the garden of your mind. Around you, radiant stars hover, each one a word you have spoken, each one a promise of fulfillment. And I say to you now, peace be upon your heart. Peace be upon your mind. Peace be upon your home. Let harmony flow through every relationship. Let abundance spring forth in every endeavor. Let health rise like the dawn within every cell of your body. You are blessed. You are guided. You are free. As Joseph Murphy taught, the law of your mind is the law of your life. Tonight, you have sown richly. Tomorrow, you will reap abundantly. And in every night that follows, in every morning that rises, this law will work for you. For the soil does not forget the seed. The subconscious does not forget the word. Life does not forget the decree. Now imagine the temple's inner light rising brighter. It fills you from within. It softens your breath, slows your pulse, quiets your thoughts. The world outside fades. Only peace remains. And into that peace, I speak blessing. You are loved. You are guided. You are eternal. The journey does not end here. It continues, for every seed leads to new sowing, every harvest to new planting. Soon, we will walk together into the next path. How to speak to your DNA. How to converse with the very instrument of life. How to awaken the deepest codes of your being with the music of your mind. This is the next promise. This is the next unfolding of your journey. But for tonight, let rest be your companion. Let faith be your pillow. Let peace be your blanket. Trust that the seeds planted are alive. Trust that the law of growth is working even now. Trust that while you sleep, the garden blooms in silence. Whisper softly now as you close your eyes. I am at peace. I am at rest. I am whole. Let these words carry you into sleep as a lullaby for the soul. And before you go, seal your intent with a final act of community. Write in the comments below your one-sentence whisper for tonight. One line, one seed, one decree. Let the community of sowers see it. Let your subconscious receive it. Let the universe honor it. And if you have not yet, stay with this circle of nightly sowers. Subscribe, join. Return so that every night we sow together, and every day we reap together. For faith grows stronger in company, and blessings multiply when shared. Now may the stars watch over you. May your garden bloom richly. May your path shine brighter each day. May your heart rest in peace, and your soul rise in power. The benediction is given. The blessing is yours. The journey continues. Good night, good rest, good harvest.